প্রিয় দর্শক আসসালামু আলাইকুম। কোর ভিশন ফাউন্ডেশনের আয়োজন ভিশন ফর সাকসেসে স্বাগতম। দর্শক, জীবনের প্রতিটি ক্ষেত্রে আমরা সবাই চাই সফলতা, কিন্তু সফলতার সংজ্ঞা কি? এর মাপকাঠি কি? সম্পদ, নাম, যশ, ক্ষমতা এর নাম সফলতা? সফলতার জন্য কি অপরিহার্য? সফলতার কোনো শর্টকাট পথ আছে কি? এসব প্রশ্নের উত্তর খুঁজতেই কোর ভিশন ফাউন্ডেশন ইনিশিয়েটিভ নিয়েছে এন্টারপ্রেনিউরশিপ ডেভেলপমেন্টের কোর ভিশন ফর সাকসেস। Our speaker today, Imam Shamsi Ali. Imam Shamsi Ali is a spiritual leader of Jamaica Muslim Center, one of the largest Muslim center in New York City. He is the founder and president of Nusantara Foundation. Imam Ali is a frequent speaker of United Nations and other international events and media, including CNN, Fox News, NBC, and Al Jazeera. New York Magazine has chosen Imam Shamsi Ali one of the 7 most influential religious leaders in New York City. And Georgetown University has chosen as one of the 500 most influential Muslims in the world. Imam Shamsi Ali authored several books and articles. Today we will discuss about the issue achieving hardworking, importance of hardworking for achieving success. Here are our guest, Imam Shamsi Ali, Director, Jamaica Muslim Center. Brother, welcome.
Well, thank you very much.
So our topic, last episode we are discussing about the achieving success in Islam, and you are talking about the hardworking, importance of hardworking. So how you, because we think that Islam makes us lazy and other things.
Yeah, this is one of the stereotypical thinking about Islam, that Muslims are lazy people. Muslims are not serious in their life. And sometimes you see that people are coming to the masajid and you see young people around 11 o'clock in the morning sleeping in the masajid. You know, looks like the view in the minds of some people, that Islam teaches us to be lazy. And unfortunately, some scholars also, they justify this attitude by taking some hadith. For example, there is a hadith says that nawm as-sa'im ibadah, that a fasting person who is sleeping is a part of worship. And so that's why when you're fasting, you're just sleeping. And this is not true. So I think we need to clarify all these concepts, which is a wrong concept about Islam. So let me begin with this story. One day there's a prophet, and he happened to be a farmer. So every day he went out from his farm to his farm, working very hard. You know what happened? Every time that he went to his farm, he found someone watching him. Looks like a person with white clothing, long beard, white beard, hair. So in the noon, when he is eating his lunch, he invited that person to come to eat. And that person said to him, "Ana ma bi akil, I'm not eating." And then he went back to work in his farm. The following day, he came back again to his farm, and he saw again that person. So he asked him again to come to join him to his food, to take some food. And again, the person said, "I'm not eating." The third day, something happened. So that prophet asked him, "Who are you? For the last 3 days, you have watched me working here, and every time that I invited you to eat, you don't want to eat. Who are you?" And that person looks like person. He said, "Ana malakul maut. I'm the angel of the death." So that person, the prophet, was so surprised. He said to him, "So are you going to take me away?" The angel said, "No, but Allah sent me just to say thank you, to appreciate you because you are a hard-working person." I'm not going to continue this because this story basically is talking about something else. I just wanted to show that how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent an angel to appreciate his servant who is working very hard, not for Allah. Allah doesn't need food, but for himself, for his family. But Allah still sent an angel to say thank you because you have done your job. Because Allah is shakur, Allah is thankful. One of the characteristics of Allah, sifat of Allah, is shakur. So he appreciated him. So this is one of the most important evidence that how Islam encourages the Muslim to work very hard. And as we mentioned that there is no achievement that can we achieve. There is no success that we can achieve without working very hard. Because Islam is not illusion. It's not only dream. as American, some people say that America is the land of dream, but you cannot also achieve your dreams in America unless you're working very hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so in Islam also, everything is about promises. Allah promised you to be successful, Allah promised you Jannat, Allah promised you every single thing. And inshallah, Allah doesn't break His promise, but you have to do your job. And that's why we mentioned in the last session episodes about miracles, that even miracle itself is not given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without hard working. And the Holy Quran, I'd like to end with this before the next question. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ فَسَيَرَ اللَّهُ عَمَلَكُمْ وَرَسُولُهُ وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ. In the day of judgment, it is not about the result of the work. But the Holy Quran says Allah is going to see what you have done, your works, your amal. It is not about the result, but it's about working. Did you work or not? You want to be rich, did you work or not? You want to be someone, did you work or not? That's what Allah wanted to see in the day of judgment, and the Prophet and the believers. And so working hard in Islam, which is called in other word in Arabic language jihad, is essentially a part of Islamic teaching. And being lazy is cursed and condemnable in the teaching of Islam.
So during the month of Ramadan, as we are approaching the month, what would be your advice? How we can prepare ourselves for?
You know, the month of the fasting basically is a spirit. This is a month of spirit, because when you are hungry, you know, oftentimes when our stomach is full, we are becoming lazy. And if you study the history of war and battle in Islam, some of those wars won by the Prophet, and it happened in the month of Ramadan, including Badr, Uhud, and some others. Prophet won the battles against the disbelievers, the mushrikun, in the month of Ramadan. In time that they were fasting. You can imagine fasting in Saudi Arabia. You can imagine in the summertime, and it happened in the summertime. The war happened in the summertime. Some of the companions, they were fasting and fought against the enemies, and they won it. It means fasting is not a reason for us to be lazy. In fact, it encourages you to do more. And so, coming back again, you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even in the day of judgment, He just simply say that فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَى وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَى. It's about amal. Whoever did, even just a small thing which is good, they are going to see it in the day of judgment. And whoever did, even just a small thing bad, they are going to see it in the day of judgment. This is about doing. It's about action. It's about word harking. And that's what Islam is all about.
Yeah, we'll discuss, we'll take a commercial break. We'll discuss right after the break.
Sure.
Dear viewers, you are watching Vision for Success. Here with us, Imam Shamsi Ali, Director, Jamaica Muslim Center. Stay with us. Dear viewers, welcome back. We are discussing the hard work, importance of hard working in achieving success. So my question is, in Ramadan, you also advise to do the hard working, or?
Yeah, everything in Islam is about balance. Everything is about appropriateness. You know, as long as you feel that you're able to do it, then don't take fasting as the reason not to be hardworking. Don't blame ibadat as an obstacle to be working hard. In fact, sometimes ibadah is the ground for you to work even more harder. I give you one example. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا إِذَا نُودِيَ لِلصَّلَاةِ مِنْ يَوْمِ الْجُمْعَةِ فَاسْعَوْا إِلَى ذِكْرِ اللَّهِ. If Salatul Jummah is announced, then come to the masjid, do zikr, mean do prayer. But when فَإِذَا قُضِيَتِ الصَّلَاةِ, when the salat is done, فَانْتَشِرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ, and then you have to spread in the land. Go out and do your job. وَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا, and still remember Allah more, a lot. لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ, so that you may be successful. In other words, that combining between spiritual dimension of religion and physical dimension of religion, that's what Islam is all about. Working hard in the masjid, by our salat, by our zikr, by our recitation of the Quran, by making sujood, by making ruku', it has become the ground for you to be working very hard in the market as well. The connection is between the two. You must connect between masjid and the market. If you have khushu' in the masjid, then you have to have khushu' in the market. What is the khushu' in the market? It is not about khushu' like in the masjid. Of course, you cannot close your eyes and remember Allah. Khushu in the market means concentrate on your business in the right way and be professional. That's what khushu in the business. When you want khushu in the politics, means you have to be clean in your political activism. So my point is that there is no reason for us to say that Islam is an obstacle to be a hard-working person. And in fact, the opposite. You know, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a very hard-working person. When he was a boy, he was well known that he used to accompany his uncle for business. Went to Syria, went to Yemen. It is a story, just noticed that. And then when he became teenager and became young, then he became a business person. He was the manager of Khadija's business. This means he was a professional business person. He was working very hard to such an extent that Khadija fell in love with him because he was so professional, so honest, so decent, so respectful. But he was very working very hard professionally, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then he worked in the farm as well, in Medina. And then he was in every field that he was entrusted as a trust, amana. He did it with working very hard. That's what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his companions. You know, one day, I give you one example about Umar Allahu anhu when he became Khalifa. One day he do some inspection, because one of the characteristics of Umar government that he always going around to do some inspection, what is happening with the people. So one day he was passing by a masjid, a mosque, and he saw a young person sitting in the mosque, making dua. That is in the working hour. Let's say 11 o'clock, maybe 10:30 in the morning. So Umar Allahu anhu entered into the masjid. He was waiting for him, and this person, a young person, make dua so long. So Umar touched his back, and he said to him, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm asking Allah." Asking for what? I'm asking Allah for rizq, for money, for whatever. Umar Allahu anhu took out his sword, and he said, "Leave this masjid, otherwise I will cut off your neck. Go to the market and ask Allah rizq in the market." That was rational judgment of Islam. That is the balanced teaching of Islam itself.
Yeah, that's the misconception. Another thing, another word you mentioned, like professionalism. How we Muslim can be professional in dealing with our issues, different.
You know, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that in Allah ahabba ahadakum idha amila amilan an yutqinahu. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves someone among you, if he is doing something, he is doing it professionally. The word itqan means with professionality. That you do something is not half-heartedly. Number one, full commitment. And when we say full commitment, it's about vision, it's about niyat. When you do something, you do your business, you have to be fully committed unto it. If you don't want it, don't do it. Don't say, I will do business, just because I'm doing it. No, there is no half-heartedly in doing something in Islam. You have to give your heart fully. And that's what professionality is all about. You cannot be a professional doctor. If you're a doctor, but basically you see your neighbors are becoming richer because he's a business person, then you want to try business also because you want to be rich like him. No, you are not going to be a professional doctor. You have to commit yourself to be a doctor in order to be considered a professional doctor. And that's what Islam wants you to be. In any field. If you're a teacher, be a professional teacher. If you're an engineer, be a professional engineer. If you're a business person, be a professional business person.
Basically you're telling there is no contradiction between Islam and professionalism?
Absolutely. Because I think Islam teaches to live our life as a whole professionally. In every single thing. You know, when you pray in the masjid, you want to pray perfectly. With khushu, recitation is correct, your niyyah is right, your thinking is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's what professionality in your salat. When you're in the market, you have to be professional as well. And there is no contradiction between two. Being professional, and if you translate the word professional means, upper class, let's say, not just people on the street and low people, no. Islam wants us to be there. Islam wants us to be like Uthman bin Affan, Umar ibn Khattab, Abu Bakr, and others. When we talk about young person who happen to be brilliant, knowledgeable, be like Ali radiallahu anhu. When you want to be a general, professional general, like Khalid bin Walid. This is all in the Sahaba of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and there is no contradiction. They can be the best general, but they're the best Muslim. They can be the best business person, the best Muslim. They can be the best knowledgeable scholar like Ali, he's the best Muslim. So there is no contradiction. Being professional in Wall Street, being professional at the United Nations, being professional at the White House, being professional anywhere doesn't prohibit you to be better Muslim. In fact, you can even be better Muslim by being a professional. Why? Because you can do more. You have more opportunity to do for the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you're a business person and Allah bless you with money, you can build masjid easier. You can build schools easier. You can help the poor easier. But if you are not professional, you don't have money, even though you have an intention, you know that helping others is so important, but you don't have money, what are you going to do? Yeah. And that's why being professional in Islam is highly encouraged. I used to say this, and I have been criticized by some Muslims about this. When I say we want more Bill Gates, but Muslim Bill Gates, I want to see more Muslim like Warren Buffett. And then some people come to me and say, no, you are teaching the Muslim to be materialistic. It's not materialistic. Materialism is not about how much money you have in hand. Materialism is what you think about the money. Sometimes you don't have money at all. You are bankrupt. But your mind is always money and money and money, and you are becoming stressful because you don't have money. That's what materialistic person is all about. But you see some Muslims, they have billions of dollars in their account. That's very easy. They are not materialistic. Allah blessed them with rich, but they know how to use it.
Okay, we'll be discussing about this issue more. We'll take a commercial break. Thank you. Dear viewers, you are watching Vision for Success. We are discussing importance of hard working to achieve vision. Welcome back, viewers. You are watching Vision for Success. We are discussing with Imam Shamsi Ali about importance of hard working in achieving our vision. Yeah, we are discussing about professionalism, and you are talking about the materialistic and
Yes.
spiritual thing. What is the difference, and how we can distinguish all this?
There is a difference between being materialistic and being rich with true understanding of the religion. Among the Sahaba, rich people, they're not materialistic, of course. Well, who is out there to say that Osman is so materialistic because he was rich? Or Abdurrahman ibn Auf happened to be one of the very talented business person among the Sahaba. He was so poor when he moved to Medina, but he was rich in Makkah. When he moved to Medina, he left every single thing in Makkah because he didn't have opportunity to bring his wealth to Medina. He became poor in Medina. In a very short time, he became one of the richest in Medina because he was so professional in his business skill. Now, let me just tell you one ayah in the Holy Quran, one verse in the Holy Quran that tells us about being professional. Allah says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا. Now the word أيكم أحسن عملا, who is the best among you in work, the best among you in deed? What is the other word of best? Being professional. So you can be professional farmer by doing your thing in the farm professionally. You can be a professional professor, teacher, by teaching professionally. You can be a professional business by doing your business in your groceries, in your supermarket, in wherever, professionally. You can be professional politicians by doing your job well in the parliament. So Islam and professionality are two in line. The better Muslims, the most professional he is. And the most professional Muslim will be the better Muslims. And that's why, for example, one of the characteristics of being professional is, number one, knowledgeable. Being knowledgeable. You cannot be considered professional business if you don't know how to do business. You know, you are working in Wall Street, whatever. Financial analyst, for example, but you don't know how finance. How you be considered professional Wall Street worker? So you have to have knowledge. And in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, مَنْ يُرِدِ اللَّهُ بِهِ خَيْرًا يُفَقِّهُ فِي الدِّينِ. If you want goodness, if you want a good result, if you want the best result, then you have to have a proper understanding. It means knowledge. يَرْفَعِ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا مِنْكُمْ وَالَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمَ دَرَجَاتٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raised the degrees of those who have faith and knowledge. Having faith and knowledge are combining. That makes you
But
higher.
we are interpreting this knowledge as Islamic knowledge only, only the knowledge of.
And that's what secularism is all about. There are some imams, some shuyukh, some maulanas, Maulvi, in fact they are secular. What does it mean? Because they consider knowledge is only fiqh,
Yes.
is about seerah, is only about tafsir. That is secular view of religion. If you are not secular, you have to see that math, engineering, pharmacy, all these are part of knowledge. Who is the source of knowledge? There's only one. And that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So those doctors, who teach them medical? Allah teach them. So you see who is the teacher of these doctors? Allah who teach them. So who teach you tafsir? Allah teach you. So there is only one teacher, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So to differentiate between this is the religion of deen, this is the ilm of religion, this is the ilm of secular, that is a secular view. And unfortunately, some of the what's so-called religious people, including Maulwis, Maulanas, Imams, Sheikh, whatever you call them, when they have that view, they don't realize that they have become a secular people. Because they separate between what is dunya and what is akhirah. Where in Islam, there is no separation between dunya and akhirah.
Again, about the planning here, I think Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has done all the war during his time.
Yes.
There was plan, right?
Yes, of course.
Without plan, I don't think all this happened without plan.
Of course, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the best planner. The best planner. And that's what also the Quran challenge about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he say, وَمَكَرُوا وَمَكَرَ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الْمَاكِرِينَ. They plan, and Allah plan. Allah is the best planner. Means you have to be the representative of Allah in best planning. And that's why Prophet Muhammad planned everything professionally. In building society, he planned it. What first to be done, what second to be done, what next to be done, until he built Medina in a very short time, but it was the most civilized nation after the most darkness. You know, from Jahiliyyah to the light. And that's because of the plan of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
So what would be your message for our viewers today?
I just wanted to say that, number one, I think we have to change the way we see the religion. We don't change religion, absolutely not. Don't misunderstand me. But the way we see it, sometimes we are so limited in understanding the religion. And we are imposing our limited understanding of the religion on the people. The moment we see the people are doing other side of the religion, doing business, becoming a doctor, becoming an engineer, we underestimate those. Sometimes we ask them just to give money when we need them, you know, and then we don't consider them being religious. No, religious people can be a doctor, can be an engineer, can be a professor, can be anybody, can be a politician, but also can be imams. If these people can be blended into one ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you can imagine how strong the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is. So this need to be changed, inshallah.
Thank you, brother Imam Shamsi Ali, being with us. দর্শক, সফলতার কোনো শর্টকাট পথ নেই। সফলতার জন্য অপরিহার্য ভিশন। প্রতিটি সফলতার পেছনে রয়েছে একটি ভিশনারি উদ্যোগ। ভিশনারি উদ্যোক্তারাই বদলে দিতে পারেন সমাজ, অর্থনীতি ও কর্মসংস্থানের চেহারা। হতে পারেন অন্যের জন্য প্রেরণার উৎস। ভিশন, আত্মবিশ্বাস, পরিশ্রম এবং ধারাবাহিক চেষ্টা এনে দিতে পারে সাফল্য। আসুন সফলতার জন্য সেভাবেই চেষ্টা করি। হতাশার কথা নয়, নতুন প্রজন্মকে ভিশনারি উদ্যোক্তা ও পরিশ্রমী হতে এবং ইতিবাচক ভাবতে শেখাই। অনুষ্ঠান সম্পর্কে আপনার পরামর্শ মতামত লিখুন visionforsuccess@gmail.com। ইনশাল্লাহ আবার দেখা হবে আগামীকাল এই সময় টাইম টিভিতে। আসসালামু আলাইকুম।